I am getting super cozy and comfortable because today I'm going to spill the tea. I think that's what you say when it comes to working as a personal trainer. Now, I say this in all my videos. I have been working as a personal trainer for a decade and a half. It's been a long time. And while I love my job, I love what I do, I'm very excited to go to work every single day. I don't look forward to the weekend. However, there are times, days, or moments where this job can become extremely frustrating. It can really wear you down emotionally and physically, as well as financially. Today, let's talk about what are the parts of a job as a personal trainer that really suck. Okay, like I don't know how else to say it. What are the parts of this job that just can make you really question if this is something you want to do? Firstly, there is a lot of work with no pay. Whether you are working for a commercial gym, whether you are running your own business, you are constantly working to grow your business. Even if you are employed by a company, you really have to treat your job like a business that you are trying to expand. You're always prospecting for clients, you're always talking to people about what you do, what your business is, what your specialty is. And in doing that, there's constantly work that you are doing to grow your business that does not reward you. There's a lot of time and effort you put into the job that no one really sees, that no one also pays for. This could be courses that you're doing. This could be programs that you're writing for your clients at home, messages you are responding to from clients in your free time, writing out meal plans, or preparing any other service or material for your clients. All this work that you do in your free time is not paid for. And it can be really exhausting because in personal training, it's very common for most trainers to work between 20 to 30 hours a week. And so, because as trainers, we do make a little bit more money per hour, people are like, oh, you only work 20 hours a week. That's nothing. Realistically, we are actually probably working way more than that when we're doing research, when we're educating, when we're writing programs, answering emails, doing our scheduling, etc. It's just that most people get paid for any work that they do. Most people get paid to do 8 hours of work, whether they're drinking coffee, they're sitting on social media. For us, we only get paid for the hour that we are with the client. And sometimes that can be kind of discouraging. Number two, in doing our job, I find most trainers really start to grow and become passionate about doing what we do. You won't really meet personal trainers who don't truly enjoy their job, especially the trainers who've been doing it for a long time. When you have been a personal trainer a long time, regardless of how you approach your client, how professional you are, how much you time your breaks, there's a hair on my face. So regardless of how you approach, oh, God damn it. Regardless of how you approach your job, how much you time your breaks, you have a clipboard with you, you try and follow every protocol and exercise, etc., there still ends up being this gap between exercises or movements where your clients begin to unload their own emotions on you. They begin to unload their day, their stress, their burdens. They may have had an argument with their husband, so they'll come in cranky and they'll take that out on you. And so I actually stopped training people on Mondays when I worked in the more business district because everyone would come in so cranky and angry that it would start to really wear down my own optimism and positivity. And it was Like, I liked working on Mondays. However, my first client would walk in at 6 a.m. and like throw stuff around and just be cranky. And so there were occasions where I would tell my clients, look, I am here to help you. I am here to motivate you and train you. However, I am not your punching bag. You do not get to come in and take out your frustration of work, your personal life, etc. at me. However, there's only so many times you want to repeat that statement. And so I chose, which is, a really good part of the job, just not to work on the days where people were cranky. And I explained that to my clients. I would tell them, I don't work Mondays because people come in cranky and it's not my job to solve that. So people became a little bit more aware of that around me. My clients became a little bit more considerate, for the lack of a better word, but it just is not a part of the job that anyone prepares you for. Additionally, you end up becoming your client's therapist. They start asking you for advice. They cry to you when they're going through a breakup or they're having other personal problems. They come to you with everything. While that is really great, it's not a two-way street. As a trainer, you're not really going to your clients and talking to them too much about your own personal life. I remember a client once telling me, I feel like your life is so perfect because you never complain. Every time I come in, you're always so happy. You're always so excited. Like, your life must be perfect. And I didn't really respond to that. I didn't really say much because I was only about 5 or 7 years into my job. To me, my job was to be there for my client. It was not for my client to be there for me. So the therapist end of the job can also really wear you out emotionally because it's not something you're prepared for. A lot of trainers are able to handle it short term, but long term, it does become a part of the job that you do not necessarily know how to deal with. And you sort of end up giving your clients advice that you think is best or ideal. But that is something that can be also very draining because you're listening to people, you're absorbing people's energy all day. And so when you come home at the end of your day, whether you've trained 4 people or 6 people, you still feel a little bit worn out. This one thing about the job is something that I really, really dislike. And that is the fact that you have to really schedule your life around your work. As personal trainers, I always tell people I work when everybody else is not working, which means either I work before everyone goes to work, or I work during lunch breaks, or I work after everybody is done work, which means that there is not much room for me to have a social life if I have friends who have a 9 to 5 job, because I'm either working before 9 a.m. or I'm generally working after 5 p.m. And that is, something you accommodate and you get used to long term. Like, for me to have a 9 to 5 job now would feel really absurd because I'm so used to not really having a routine. The problem with this as well is that you often sacrifice a lot of personal commitments or things you might want to do that don't really bother you so much later on as they do in the beginning, because you're always saying no to people. You can't go to birthdays, you can't go out with friends for beer, you can't join someone for a dinner date because you have to work. The issue comes in when you cancel your personal commitments to accommodate a client, but then the client also cancels. This kind of brings me into my last point, which is that generally when clients are canceling, training with you, they're not really thinking about you as a person. They're not thinking about a personal commitment. It's not like they're canceling with a friend. They're canceling a training session because they might have other commitments, there may be an emergency, etc. But while they are doing it as if they were to cancel an appointment with a dentist or a doctor, even though you are operating a business, you're really kind of doing it solo. And so it sort of affects you personally because it makes you feel like people don't consider you as a person and your life. This can really wear you down especially when clients cancel for silly reasons. And when you're first starting with a client, it's only been the first 2, 3 weeks and they cancel because they want to go shopping with friends, there's this part of you that just wants to react as a person and be like, are you kidding me? You are canceling because you want to go shopping with your girlfriends? But the trainer part of you does not allow you to do that because you're thinking, okay, if I piss off this client, I'm going to lose their business. And so you end up trying to accommodate them and you internalize the frustration you feel on the job. I didn't really want this video to be super long, but I just wanted to have like a very cozy, chit chat with you guys because I understand there's a lot of people who reach out and talk to me about wanting to be a personal trainer, but I also feel like it's really important for you to be able to have the complete picture of what the job is like. And that's why I launched this series called the PTSG, or the Personal Trainer Success Guide, so that I can help you become successful in the job and help you understand what the job truly entails if this is something you want to do. If you have any other questions or comments or concerns, leave them down below. Feel free to check out the full playlist. There is a lot more informative stuff as well. And then there's some more conversational stuff like this. I truly hope I'm able to help you guys out. Until next time, don't forget to think strong always, and I'll talk to you again very, very soon. Bye.